speaking of knowing history and the consequences of a neoliberal assault on, people actually like reading, studying things versus just being trained for tests so that politicians can run on stat increases and terrorize teachers. Here is, and also the fact that in order for a broader fascist project to succeed, people need to be stupid, and they need to be aggressively stupid. Dinesh D'Souza is one of the most aggressively stupid people in the world, and he's on one of the most aggressively stupid and effective propaganda networks on the planet. Here's Dinesh D'Souza speaking with the always correctly named Steve Doocy about the Constitution.
Well, first of all, I think she's confusing the Electoral College with the 3/5 clause. The 3/5 clause was about slavery, and it had to do with an argument between the North and the South over representation. Ironically, the North, which was the anti-slavery side, wanted blacks to count for 0 because they wanted to reduce the representative power of the slave states. The South wanted blacks to count for a full person. So the 3/5 clause, which is usually presented to show that the founders didn't consider blacks to be fully human, doesn't actually show that at all.
He needs to be like planted
Just
in a rocket
amazing.
and shot into space. Like,
We want to consider you people.
we want you to be full human beings. Now, in this one very specific sense of it increases our share and you are still literally human chattel.
They want you to be 0. We want you to be 1. So we're going to be 3/5.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
In
we can
practice-
represent you in Congress.
Yeah, exactly. We want you to be counted as full so we can represent your interests as enslaved and bondage, murdered and raped and branded people in Congress.
No, you just leave that part to us. You don't worry about that.
You
We
don't
got
worry about all that
taken care of.
representation. Long ways from now, there's going to be some goddamn brownie fellow who's going to understand what was going on.
But now here in the Carolinas, you're starting to outnumber us, and it'd look really nice if we could just use you in a population.
I love how it went from like the standard Republican lie is it was the Democrats. They opposed civil rights. It was the Democrats, and I was like, right, because they were the Dixiecrats. And then when LBJ flipped and they passed civil rights legislation, they left the Democratic Party and they became Republicans. So so it's like you're technically right, but utterly wrong. A great example, actually, of why like facts don't say anything really in and of themselves when you're talking about issues like this. Yes,
You need to situate them in a historical context.
Right, God forbid. So you situate them and then you realize, like, right, so all of those guys became Republicans. Not only did they become Republicans, they run and set the template for a structurally white supremacy-based party. But now I like how we're going back. We're going from like the technically true but totally disingenuous to just like the, why does everybody give the Southern Founding Fathers any credit? They wanted full human. It was the fucking North, man. They were just like, hey, if yeah, that's just unbelievable. That's just like, yeah, it was like.
But it works to their advantage, right? Like,
Yes.
if all of these things are these sort of arcane historical debates that nobody can
That's
see
right.
through the end of, or if everybody
Yeah.
can have their multiple positions on, then we don't know if the world's really warming or not.
Right. And that's all it is.
And I'm sure Doocy's follow-up question was like, interesting point. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, so you're saying that? Yeah. It's just muddy the water. It's just so that your like fucking fascist idiot uncle can like throw that at you in a conversation to just sort of add to the general stupidity.
Well, yeah, if they're so racist, why they want blacks to be counted in representation?
I'm a little bit confused by the fact that the racist guys were the ones saying that the black guys were full human. But I guess that's just me. I don't know. Dinesh D'Souza went to Dartmouth. I don't know.
Dinesh D'Souza, I don't know. He doesn't look like an American, so why would he say that?
Yeah, why would he have
if
a
it wasn't
bias? Yeah. He's coming. He's just like, he's calling balls and strikes, man.
He's an Indian guy who went to Harvard.
And okay. Speaking of stupid people, we might. Does Taylor Swift deserve an apology from you, Matt?
Yeah, I'll do a full apology on TMBS tomorrow night.
Okay, because while we are not huge fans of Taylor Swift here. There has been a lot of speculation about her falling.
I hate to step on you like that.
Go ahead.
Dinesh was Dartmouth.
Yeah, Dartmouth.
Yeah,
Sorry, I know he said Dartmouth. It's fine.